In The Fire, Amber Heard on set for her last film before leaving Hollywood. Amber Heard may have left Hollywood, but she hasn't given up on her career. It has obtained an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the 37-year-old's newest film, In the Fire, which will be released in theaters and digitally and on demand on October 13th. In the thriller directed by Connor Aline, Heard plays a New York doctor who travels to a secluded farm in the 1890s to care for a disturbed youngster with unexplainable talents. As Heard's character begins to treat the boy, she sparks a battle of science versus faith with a local priest, who believes the child is possessed by the devil and is the source of all the village's problems. The film is a meditation on the almost supernatural powers of love told through a strong-willed and independent woman at the turn of the 20th century. I feel honored to be part of this labor of love and to be the lead in Connor Aline's vision. The Aquaman star said of the movie, prior to the SAG-AFTRA strike. I feel lucky to be surrounded by such an amazing cast. They're as dedicated and magical as the characters they play. Its exclusive look gives fans an intimate glimpse at the American-Italian production, which stars Heard, Eduardo Noriega, Lorenzo McGovern-Zani, Luca Calvani and Yari Gugliucci. It's a classic thriller or horror film in many ways, but it's also fresh and new in others. It's been both a challenge and a pleasure to be a part of it, Heard says of her role as Grace Burnham, a sort of pioneer in that she is a doctor at a time when no other woman is in that field. And she's been thrown into a world that isn't her own, a culture that is completely strange to her, steeped in religious belief and superstition. She is put in a situation where, despite it all, she must believe in herself even though everything around her is falling apart, she adds. Grace's complexity served as a major factor for Heard when choosing the role. I wanted to meet this man who was writing this complex, nuanced, strong female character set in more nuanced, complex, interesting stories that I hadn't read before or seen before, she shares of Aline, who co-wrote the film's screenplay with Pascal Borno and Silvio Miraglia. Heard, who moved to Madrid, Spain, not long after her high-profile legal battle with Johnny Depp in 2022, says there's a different energy between working on Hollywood and Italian sets. There's a lot of energy, a lot of smoking and espresso, and a lot of noise and fun and life and vibrancy, she shares. It's been quite an experience. I've had a great time. The film comes more than a year after Heard's legal drama with her ex wrapped up. In June 2022, a jury found that Depp was defamed by Heard, while also ruling that Depp was liable for comments his lawyer made about Heard. 5 months later, a source told it that Heard had left Hollywood behind and had instead been living in Europe since her trial with Johnny Depp. She feels like she gets more privacy while overseas, likes it there, and is more comfortable, the source said of Heard, who welcomed a daughter named Unag Page in April 2021. She is treated well and can be more under the radar and just be with her daughter. Then, in July 2023, it learned that Heard had relocated to Spain with her daughter. She is preoccupied with motherhood and her daughter. She is content and at ease in Spain, the person claimed. She is relieved to be settled and moving on with her life. She no longer wants to deal with the drama surrounding Johnny or the trial. Heard has continued to work after her relocation to Europe. The actress was observed around the streets of Madrid in a video taken in May by Univision's popular chat program, El Gordo y la Flaca, hosted by Lily Estefan and Raul de Molina, where she was briefly interviewed about her wish to stay in the city. In the video, a man can be heard asking her in Spanish, "How is your new life here in Madrid?" To which she responds in perfect Spanish with, "I love Spain so much." The man then asks, "Are you going to stay here?" And she responds, "Yes, I hope so. Yes, I love living here." Heard tries to cut the interview short, telling the man ciao as she attempts to go inside the building where she apparently lives, but the camera guy has one more question for her. "Do you have film projects?" he asks. Heard responds, "Oh yeah. I move on. That's life. Ciao."